Hello, hello. I am Alessandra Caprice and I am a mindset coach and business strategist. I said my name like that because I haven't introduced myself that way. I actually changed my name. Well, not really changed my name. I unofficially changed my name. Caprice is my middle name. And I've been going by Alessandra Braun, which is my last name. No big life events have happened. Just it's FYI. But usually I introduce myself as Alessandra Braun. And so that was the first time I introduced myself that way. And so that's why I was like, oh, I said it in a weird way. Anyways, hello. Please let me know when you're on and say hello. I am going to be talking about one of my favorite topics today. And that is how to not feel alone in entrepreneurship. And 3 ways to find and build those meaningful relationships. Sorry, I have a dog right here and he's like going crazy. He always starts to go crazy when I start talking to the camera because he's like, what is she talking about? She's not talking to me. 3 ways to grow and build meaningful relationships and how that actually ends up growing your business as well as getting you more clients. And making it a heck of a lot more fun. I know that I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, but when I first started my business, I did not start with this in mind. I did not have relationship building at the top of my to-do list. That hurts. Can you stop? Yes, he can understand me like that. I had business growth at the top of my list. But I can attest to the fact that once I made that switch, that once I made that transition into really intentionally building my relationships and making connections, making meaningful connections, my business exploded. So I'm going to dive right in to the 3 ways that you can be building meaningful relationships in your business so you don't have to feel alone in entrepreneurship. Now, the reason why I chose this topic is because I hear about this a lot especially in the online space when a lot of us aren't going to offices where we see people. Some people have co-working spaces, which is that's awesome. But a lot of people don't. And so we're often just behind the computer all day and working from home even if I work from the library sometimes, or wherever you are working from. But a lot of the times in entrepreneurship, especially as a coach, you're often by yourself a lot. And so I find that I dealt with this as well as a lot of my clients deal with this, of feeling alone because they're the only ones in their friend group that is an entrepreneur, or their family doesn't get it, or their spouse doesn't get it. They don't have people in their life that they can talk to about the ins and outs, ups and downs of entrepreneurship. And so I feel like this is such an important topic because so many people are feeling alone. And like I said, I can absolutely attest to feeling the same. I did have a very supportive family. I have a spouse that I can talk to about any and all of it, which I'm very blessed to. He gets it. But I do remember feeling like when I would go and hang out with my friends and I would try to talk about it, I'd get blank stares and everyone's like, I have no idea what we're talking about. And that made me feel really alone in the aspects of entrepreneurship that I was really excited about. And until I found my biz besties and a few different groups of biz besties through these different ways that I'm going to talk to you about, I started feeling a lot more connected, having a lot more avenues that I can talk to people about what I was going through, or questions or concerns. Obviously, mentors too come up as well. But I really want to place a lot of value on friendships and connections that you're building. Because when you lead with that, when you lead with the desire to build relationships and connect, your business grows. Why? Because it leads to collaborations, it leads to partnerships, it leads to clients, it leads to mentorships. It leads to so many things that are essential to growing your business when you lead with the sole purpose of connecting and building relationships. Okay, so the 3 ways that you can start doing that right now. Way number 1 is to be active, get visible. So many people that I talk to are not actively getting visible. Now, you guys have heard me talk about platforms to get visible on, what's the most important place for you to get visible. And in short, it doesn't matter. As long as you are out there putting your message out there for the world to see, and connecting. So being active means finding communities, whether or not, like things that I've done. I would get visible in other people's groups. I created my own group. I would, do lives, all sorts of different kinds of different visibility. You can learn all my visibility strategies in my Visible Impact course, which is the core course to the Emerge program. But that's a whole different ball game. But in short, getting visible, commenting on people's posts, going out there and posting yourself, posting questions to not only connect with people and get to know them, but also to engage them in thoughtful conversation. I love it when people post engagement posts like questions or like, what's one thing you're struggling with, or what's your favorite book, or, things like that, where not only do I get information and I grow as a person and a coach and an entrepreneur, but I also can contribute to that as well. So getting out there and connecting. And I really want to put this big emphasis on making sure that you are getting visible with that intention of connecting. I see so many people posting out there just to post, posting out there to get clients. I see the energy of getting clients behind so many people's posts. And guess what? That energy is not going to attract clients. It's not going to attract connections. It's not going to attract business growth. But when you are coming from your visibility strategy, your visibility efforts with the intention and leading with the desire to connect and build relationships, one, that's just like the most amazing energy coming at anybody. And it's magnetizing, right? Like when I go into a group and I see somebody posting and I can feel that it's about connection, heck, I want to connect with them. Who knows? Maybe I'll become their client someday. Maybe they'll become mine. Maybe we'll collaborate on something. I don't know. Who knows? But when I feel the desire to connect and I feel pulled to connect with someone, I know that eventually something will come out of it in the form of a friendship, in the form of anything, right? Like we can have best friends that we've never met on the internet, which is just like so amazing. Like you'll hear about this in a second, but I have friends that I've been talking to 2 years and I've met one. We recently met. But I haven't met some of them, right? And so like just by getting yourself out there and being open with your message, speaking your message, speaking your truth, not only will people feel connected to you in the sense of like they feel like they know you, but they're going to reach out to you and they're going to want to hear more and they're going to want to connect more. And when you do that, then you feel less alone. When someone resonates with you or is like, oh my gosh, something that you just said was just so powerful. I want to know more. I want to talk to you more. I want to get to, what's your story? When that's coming, I've also been asked, what's your story? Or like, oh, what, but it was totally a copy and paste post. And I knew that. It just had that vibe, right? There are those vibes, right? Oh gosh, tell me what your story is, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I love seeing other entrepreneurs. Well, you were in an entrepreneur group. Of course you saw other entrepreneurs. There are some bad, sleazy techniques out there. And so don't do those things. But when you really resonate with somebody, also reach out to them, comment on their posts. Like I can't tell you how many times I've had someone join a group of mine, become a client, follow me on Instagram, follow me on wherever. I was going to say YouTube. I'm like, I don't even have a YouTube channel. I meant Facebook. Because they saw the answer I posted in a comment. Someone else's post wasn't even mine. I was giving feedback or love or encouragement or something. It was never promotional, nothing. And I've had many people reach out to me and say, I'm joining your group because of your comment on so-and-so's post, or I wanted to reach out to you about your services because I saw your comment on so-and-so's post. Just because I was leading with service, just because I was leading with the value of connection first and foremost. Okay, so if you're looking for a place to get visible, come join the Emerging Coach group. We're super active in there. We're a community all about connection. I believe so wholeheartedly in community over competition. I love seeing other coaches post their messages in my group, connect with people, collaborate with people, get clients in my group. That's what it's for, right? I wholeheartedly believe that we all have clients out there, and that not all the people in my group are my clients, right? So come on in and speak your message, and maybe someone's going to resonate with you. Maybe someone's going to become a biz bestie. Maybe someone's going to collaborate with you. You never know. So come on in. I'll drop the link when I'm finished. I'm going to have a few different links for you during this live, because these are 3 ways that for you to build relationships. So I actually have a resource for each of them. Number 2, so this actually builds off of the last one, because one of the core pieces of getting visible is knowing where to get visible, right? And so these next two points are going to be places where you can get visible, where you can build those relationships, and where you can build those collaborations and partnerships and possible clients. Number 2 is to join challenges and events. Now it's not ironic that I'm launching a challenge this week, but this is really, really valid for me, because about 2 years ago, I joined a challenge. I can't even for the life of me remember what the challenge was. I think it was an end of the year challenge, something about goal setting. But in the challenge, they encouraged accountability groups. And I got into this accountability group. I had known one of the girls, and she invited another person, and we became this accountability group. I don't even think we finished the challenge. By the way, quick note, don't make challenges super long. I think this was like a 14-day or 21-day challenge. My challenge is only 5 days. Absolutely actionable and doable. You will make it through the entire challenge. But this challenge, like I said, it gave us the ability to form accountability groups. And now we are 2 years later, and we still talk every single day. Like, these are friends, true friends that I've collaborated with, that I've helped. They've helped me. When I have a business problem, I go to them. When I have a life problem, I go to them. Everything. I talk to them about everything. They know first about pretty much everything in my life. And I met them in a challenge, right? Like a random person's challenge. And so I really want to encourage you that when you see challenges that spark your interest, or something that you're like, oh, well, I could do that, or that's something I really need in my business, or oh, that's really interesting, whatever thoughts you have, I want you to not only see it as, I don't want you to see it as shiny object syndrome, because I have joined tons of things that I never end up following through with because of shiny object syndrome. But I want you to see it as an opportunity to make connections and visibility. I want you to learn. I want you to absorb the information. Heck yeah, I want you to take action. But I also want you to go into these challenges with the mindset of connecting and hearing from and learning from other members in the challenge, making friends, giving value, giving feedback, giving encouragement. Challenges can be so much fun if they're done the right way. And so they're not just a place for you to learn information, as helpful as that is, right? Like I have my own challenge coming up that's going to help you map out your whole 30-day strategy. But I also want you to come into the Booked Out Business Bootcamp with the intention to make connections and maybe find a best friend. Like if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling like you're lost or whatever, like whatever your thoughts and feelings are right now, I want you to come to the challenge with the intention to truly connect and build relationships, because you just don't know what's going to come out of them, right? Like I said, I had no idea when I joined that challenge 2 years ago. I would now 2 years later have two best friends that know everything and anything about my business, and that I can go to and say, this is an idea I have, or this is an idea I have, or what should I do? Right? Like they're there for me to say, Alessandra, take your head out of your butt, or blah, 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 blah. Like they know me really, really well. And it was because of a challenge. So I would love to, before we get to our last and third point, I would love to invite you to the Booked Out Business Bootcamp. We start next week. Each day you will receive a pre-recorded training. We are going to map out your next 30 days in your business, setting up the foundation for creating momentum and creating clients in your business in the next 30 days. Now, at the end of June, we are now halfway through the year. So I want you to think about where you are in your business and where you would like to be in 6 months at the end of the year. I know that I've done an audit of my business and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not where I want to be yet for my goals for this year. I'm getting there, I'm close, but I'm not where I want to be yet. And so this actual strategy that I'm going to walk you through in the Booked Out Business Bootcamp is what I do for myself, right? Like it's exactly what I do no matter what level I have been at my business. 1K months, 3K months, 5K months, 10K months, and beyond. This is the same strategy that I've used to up level over and over and over again. And I get to share that with you in the Booked Out Business Bootcamp. I will drop the link as well below to have you sign up. You're going to get pre-recorded trainings. You're going to get a worksheet every day, and you're going to have live Q&As available to you each day, so that you can get the support you need from me and the coaching, and then also connect with other like-minded women. These Q&As I'm thinking they're going to be happening in the emerging coach group. If not, if they end up being on this page, all of the interaction, all the posts during the challenge, accountability posts where you're going to be able to win prizes, that's going to happen in the emerging coach group. Okay, so back to our 3 ways to find meaningful relationships in business so that you don't feel alone. Way number 1 is to be active and get out there and be visible. Way number 2 was to join challenges and events. And way number 3 is to invest. Now, investing in programs that have a community aspect. Now, I'm a huge fan of one-on-one coaching. I have done it obviously myself as a coach, as a coachee, I guess you would say. And there's immense value to it. But for me personally, the biggest growth that I have ever, 1, seen in clients, and 2, seen in myself happened in a group coaching environment. Now, it doesn't have to be higher end group coaching programs, which are thousands of dollars a month. It can be membership type programs like my Emerge program. It can be courses that have a live component, and it can be other like lower cost memberships too, as long as you commit to being active, as long as you put yourself in the position to make those connections. A lot of these types of programs come with accountability coaching and accountability groups. I know as a coach, I pair people up. I create accountability pods. I make sure to connect people as they join to say, hey, check out this person and they're really similar to you. And I start, message trains and all sorts of stuff to make sure that my clients are connected with one another. And I have experienced this as a client as well. And so I also have another group of friends that I connect with almost on a daily basis that I met in a mastermind. And so I really want to encourage you to take that. Not only will it be the next level in your business in terms of up-leveling and getting the coaching you need and, the information that you need, but seeing it as an important aspect of the community and building relationships almost feels like, invaluable, almost more valuable. I hate to say this, like almost more valuable than the coaching as I'm the coach. But I really do. I've seen it in my programs where the women in the program connect on such a deep level that through that connection, they not only step into the selves that they desire to be and they've always desired to be, but their businesses follow. And it's so much more fun. And so I want to encourage you to find those communities. Now there's a different flavor to investment communities versus free communities. Now, when everyone in the group is investing on something, that's a pretty high level of commitment. And so finding business besties and connections and relationships and groups like that tend to be a lot easier because everyone's on the same page that their business is a priority and they're investing in their business. And so I've found that building those relationships and making connections and collaborating and partnering and even getting clients in those kind of communities, like I believe that has happened faster in the communities that I've invested in because of the sole purpose that everyone is committing to their business and saying my business is important enough for me to invest in it. And I also believe in this coach. I believe in this coach's philosophy. And that also brings people together on a different level. Okay, so the three, and also I want to invite you, it's not currently open right now, but you can send me a message if you feel connected to me, if you want to learn more about my Emerge coaching program. It is coaching, courses, and community. I actually want to put community first, but he seems to flow that way. I want to say community, coaching, and courses. How about that? Where you are going to get everything you need to grow your business. So I would really encourage you to reach out to me if you are feeling connected to me and just want to know more. There's no obligation, just to open a chat. I love building relationships. So if you just want to connect with me and know more, I would love to tell you more about it. So send me a message. All right. So in summary, sometimes I can't think of all the words, mom brain. In summary of the 3 ways to not feel alone in entrepreneurship, the 3 ways to connect and build meaningful relationships in your business are to be active and get visible. Number 2, to join challenges and events like my booked out business boot camp. I will be dropping the link below shortly. Come join us. It's going to be so much fun. And number 3, to invest in group programs, courses, memberships where you are going to be around like-minded people. So thank you so much. Leave me any comments or questions that come up for you. And I can't wait to talk to you more. Bye.